How's it, cuz? It's time to walaau with me, Mr. Walaau19. Join us as we meet your uncles, your aunties, your brothers, your sisters, your brothers, sisters, uncles, cousins, neighbors, grandmother, all the ohana. We'll take you to breathtaking places you've never been. Meet famous people you've never seen. Kick back and cruise, you know the ruse.
The day has to end. I'm so happy we made new friends. We'll meet tomorrow, same time, same place. Looking forward to see your smiling face. Walaau, the day has to end. I'm so happy we made new friends. We'll meet tomorrow, same time, same place. Looking forward to see your smiling face. Walaau, 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 walaau.
Aloha Kauai, mahalo nui loa, and thank you for joining us this week in yet another exciting and informative episode of Walaau. I'm Dickie Chang. Today we're going to be telling you about this coming Saturday, that's June 1st. We have our annual Wilcox Health Kids Summer Fest. As we all know, it's a wonderful opportunity for the parents and the children to check up on their physical well-beings, as well as talking to professional physicians, compliments of Wilcox Health. That's going to be happening this coming Saturday, June 1st at the Grand Ballroom of our Kauai Marriott Resort and Beach Club, 9:30 to 12:30. Stay tuned. We're also going to be telling you folks about the 30th annual, Kapa'au Rotary's Ultimate Sunday Brunch, The Taste of Hawaii. If you have not yet gotten your tickets, tickets are running out rapidly. You're on Kauai, you snooze, you lose. And as soon as we get closer to the date, this coming Sunday, June 2nd, it's going to be sold out. But first, this coming Saturday at Kalapaki Beach, we do have our annual Kauai Lifeguard Associations. We got a beautiful beach bash that's happening. Now, I do believe the beach bash is sold out. What does sold out mean? Sold out means it's sold out. However, we might have an opportunity to squeeze a few more people in. Here to tell us and recap a wonderful event of our evening with the Chamber of Commerce first quarter event is none other than our very dear friend Chantal Zarba. She's also the coordinator and marketing manager for the Kauai Lifeguard Association. She's going to tell us a little bit about this coming Saturday, June 1st, our annual Kauai Lifeguard Association Beach Bash, Kalapaki Beach. Chantal, take it away.
Yes, Dickie, it was a wonderful event. There was over 400 people in attendance, all there to support our ocean-minded community campaigns. We had Paul Toner of the Kauai Marriott Resort and Beach Club. He was our moderator. And then we also had a great panelist lineup. We had Dr. Monty Downs. He is the president of Kauai Lifeguard Association. We also had Sue Kanoho from the Kauai Visitors Bureau, and then Kalani Vieira of the Ocean Safety Bureau. And then we also had Aro Kaneshiro, council chairman of the county council, and then we had our special guest, Mike Coots, shark survivor.
So this event was co-sponsored by the Lifeguard Association and the Kauai Marriott Resort and Beach Club. Of course, that's where we held the event.
Yes.
But it was in conjunction with the Chamber of Commerce, and you mentioned that we had over 400 people there. Mm-hmm. With all the chamber events coming back to the first quarter meeting, mm-hmm. That was pretty huge because that was the biggest attendance, in my opinion, and I heard for any kind of a first quarter event for the chamber.
That was a wonderful co-sponsored event, again, with the Kauai Marriott and Kauai Lifeguard Association. And yes, we actually made history. That was the first time a first quarter had that much people in attendance. So that was great to see the community support us and support what we're trying to do.
You know, it was a very interesting concept because when they said it was going to be a casual meeting, I was a little bit surprised because that casual meeting was that they had their couches or their lawn chairs, so to speak. You mentioned General Manager Paul Turner that acted as the moderator. Mm-hmm. That was a kind of like a really nice, informal way to communicate what is very important and very serious thing on this island of Kauai.
You know, ocean safety, saving lives, that's our mission. So all the monies that we raise through our fundraisers, that's what it goes towards. It comes back to Kauai, it goes to our community organizations that help our first responders, our lifeguards. We do junior lifeguard programs. So this was a more intimate setting for our guests so that, yes, we did have couches. We wanted them to feel comfortable. We wanted our attendees to hear our message and not make it so like, this is what you got to do. We wanted them to embrace our beliefs and why we do what we're doing for Kauai Lifeguard Association.
You know, and it was not being stiff.
No.
And sometimes when you're trying to convey something, it doesn't have to be negative because sadly lives are taken. And what we always try to say to people, and the visitor industry out there has been so responsive, I think the message has been, if in doubt or when in doubt, don't go out. And I also do think that the message within the general populace, whether in the visitor industry, business industry, or local person in the, just happen to be a bystander at the beach, everybody would recommend highly that swim at a lifeguarded beach. But yet, sad and true, many people don't get in trouble in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50-foot surf. Most of them are professionals on a surfboard with a leash or accompanied by a jet ski. And it's sad for all of us that yet, as much as we try, there are those that get in trouble in relatively flat water just a few couple yards offshore.
Yeah, Dickie, our waters are so unpredictable. People come here to Paradise thinking that, it looks so calm, it looks perfect, but they're unaware of all the riptides, undercurrent, things like that. And so that's what happens when you're not at a lifeguarded beaches. People don't see you, if you're in trouble. And a lot of times people get shot, or, they get shocked underwater. So it's very important to swim at lifeguarded beaches for sure. And, in addition to our lifeguarded beaches, we do have our roving units to try to compensate for the amount of beachgoers that have doubled over the years. And, with the beaches closed on the North Shore, more people are coming to Anini, which is now Wanini, and other beaches. So we need to have our lifeguards present.
I know your family was raised within the greater North Shore area, especially right down the road at Wanini Beach.
Yes.
But, the viewing audience might remember that we were recently up there a couple of months ago when the county did give the okay, if I'm not mistaken, for 2.5 full-time lifeguard positions in addition to donating jet skis out there. But you folks are from out there, so you know the names of the various sectors of Wanini. Every place has their own nickname for Hawaiian tutu or Hawaiian kane or a fisherman or what have you. But the one thing that I didn't realize is that there are actually 3 channels out there. So the water is like, when we was out there, it was Malia. It was very, very
nice,
calm. It was
calm.
unbelievable. But I guess when the waves come in, the backwash sucks through that channel.
Yep.
And it might seem obviously for us, but it's very unsuspecting for anybody, whether you're a local visitor or whoever the heck you are, because that can be suction action like nobody else's business. Like right, the rail train out there like fast.
It's so strong, and it's like a funnel. So yes, it does suck you out, and that's another reason why it's important for people to make sure that if don't think that just because it looks calm, it isn't.
And a great point that you made. With the closure of the road, and many people are going to Hanalei, but past Hanalei, like into Haena Beach Park or KA Beach Park, basically you can't go out there. And I know the local residents are like stoked, like this is old Hawaii, but the bottom line is because those beaches lack, then obviously they have to go as furthest north, like maybe Pine Trees, Hanalei, and of course the popularity of Wanini.
Wanini, yes. So, all our beaches are very popular. The whole island is popular. And we invite people to come to Kauai, and we invite them to enjoy our beaches. However, there are signs for reasons. There are dangerous areas like Wanini. There's so much beautiful places that are lifeguarded beaches and, is safe. So we encourage everyone to go there, come to Paradise, enjoy, but still be mindful, be respectful of the Aina.
And that night there, a magical evening there at the Kauai Marriott Resort and Beach Club, there were a lot of attendees there. There were a lot of business people there. But there's always room for information as to what the monies raised go to. We have several events that we're going to talk about soon. But in the nutshell, with all these efforts, what are some of the key things that are bought with the monies that this community raises?
Well, first and foremost, we want to make sure our lifeguards are equipped properly. So most recently was our roving units, which consisted of a truck, as well as a trailer and a jet ski. And this year, because of the funds that we raised through our fundraising events, it was able to get 2 trucks. So that accommodated, more lifeguards and more area to cover.
And Chantal, for those in the viewing audience that may or may not know, or they have supported the Lifeguard Association in the past, can you tell us what are some of the key the purchases that we buy to benefit the community for the safety of our community as far as water safety is concerned?
Absolutely. So we have donated to the OSB, Ocean Safety Bureau, trucks, jet skis, rescue tubes. We also have an ocean safety trailer that we use for community events where we bring it out into the community and we educate the community about our waters and where to go swimming. We also have we have a junior lifeguard program which is been able to let more children, more kids from the ages of 8 to 18 participate because we have the funds from the community. So that is something that it'll last them a lifetime, and they learn lifelong skills, ocean safety, and how to be a team player. And then we also have, it goes to equipment such as radios, whatever the lifeguards may need that is not purchased by the county. So we supplement that.
Which is a huge, huge gift to the county because, as many people know,
Taxpayers.
and the taxpayers, because the current county budget is actually in session at this particular point, and everybody's scraping for money, and money's not just ordinarily handed out. But I do want to say, when you mentioned the trucks or you mentioned the jet skis, I do want to add that the trucks are brand new trucks and the jet skis are brand new.
Yes.
But in this age of every second counts, to have something working in top shape and not having to be out of service and repaired, that's what makes it that much more effective as far as immediate, quick, fast response is concerned, especially when every second counts.
Absolutely, and that's why it's so important for us to, help them, because we maintain their trucks, we get them new trucks, we get them new jet skis, and there's also brochures. So there's an education element to it. So we go into the hotels, we educate the concierge. We have a wave program that we do. We also are for career days. We go into the classrooms and we teach the keiki. So there's more things that your money goes to than just equipment and just trucks, because I think it's a full circle. You can't just have one without the other. So we need to be able to provide these different elements so that the community can benefit from it, and all the monies that we raise stays on Kauai. And in addition to that, we also give to nonprofits such as Life's Bridges. So Gina does a great job, and not only does she help the families, but she also helps our first responders whenever there's a situation. So I think that's important for us to not only give back to the community in making sure our lifeguards are safe and have effective equipment, lessen the burden on the taxpayers, but also give back to organizations that take care of our first responders.
And of course, when you mention Life Bridges, we do have to say aloha to our friend Gina Ka'ulukukui out there. Almost a one-man show. She does have her help, but it's a very difficult task that she has. But she's always there for, unfortunately, the family and all that they do. So thank you very much, Gina Ka'ulukukui. But I do also want to just make mention, your board, with the guidance of Dr. Monty Downs and the board members, quietly were working with Fred Atkins of the Hawaii Tourism Authority, and nobody said anything. Nobody wanted to launch anything because it wasn't a guarantee. But what was said is if you raise an X amount of money, the Hawaii Tourism Authority will come back, because it's a proven entity year after year after year after year after year, in the tune that I believe that the Hawaii Tourism Authority came in with matching funds of about $125,000. Can you clarify or correct me if I'm wrong?
Yes, they came in with $125,000 matching. So what we had to do with our fifth wave was reach a certain benchmark, and then they would come back and they would also match that up to $125,000. And Kauai was the first one, and I believe the only one that applied for that. So Kauai is on the forefront of a lot of different things. We are working with so many different people within the community. The rescue tube, the roving units, the rescue tubes, those are all new. So other islands are following in our footsteps and creating their own for their islands. So that's something that's great, is you guys are also part of making this bigger than just Kauai. Other islands are picking it up.
When you hear from acting Deputy Chief Kilipaki Vaughn, you hear from Kalani Vieira, that their peers from Hawaii Island or the county of Maui or even Oahu, that's asking, how do you guys do this, or how you do this? I think this community should be proud, because there is no other entity that is out there specifically fundraising for ocean safety, which is incredibly great for this island. Yes,
very incredible. So please, Kauai, know that you guys are part of all of this. This is what we do for our lifeguards, but it's also for Kauai. And Kauai is on the forefront on a lot of different moving parts for ocean safety. And we just want to thank you, and thank you for your support.
And for those that missed out, Chantal Zarba, right around the corner, you got a great summer kickoff. Can you explain to the viewers how they can get involved? where the event's going to be happening, and what really is the event.
So this year we're going to be doing a beach bash fundraising event, and what that entails is more of a outdoors experience for our attendees. So table sponsorships are available right now. Right now we have about 30. So that thank you for all our our quick response for our table sponsors. We are going to be at the Kauai Marriott and Resort Beach Club on the Luau grounds. We're Kalapaki Bay. So it'll be under a tent. It'll be very comfortable. It'll be a nice day. It's going to be on June 1st. It's a Saturday, 3 to 6 p.m. And what we're having that day is you can't beat Chef Higa's award-winning barbecue feast. So we're gonna have that. We're also gonna be having new this year. We're gonna show the community and the attendees what the lifeguards do, just a little bit of what they do. So we have a helicopter simulation where they drop the lifeguard and then they pull up with the jet ski. So that's gonna be going on. And then we're also going to have a challenge, a nice lighthearted challenge between the lifeguards, different districts. So we have about 4 teams that consist of 4 different lifeguards because, it is during their working hours. And they're going to show us a little bit of what they go through as far as training and just giving the attendees a little show of what they do to keep in shape, and what they also do for the junior lifeguards and what they train with the junior lifeguards. So this is going to be something that's done the first time done, and I think it's going to be really great. So I encourage everyone to participate, whether it be through table sponsorships or just being part of, or donations, everyone's welcome. And this year we're trying to raise funds because we have a lot of different goals this year. We have huge goals as far as storage units. We also want to put up other towers. Waiahai was the latest and greatest, and that on Mother's Day saved 3 people. So it's very important for us to go ahead and put up towers where it's needed.
Thank you, Chantal. Of course, if you want to just see if we do have any seats available, as I mentioned earlier, it is already sold out. However, if we can squeeze you in, not sure about the tables, but maybe couples or individuals, not sure, but you can call her at 651-8913. Again, that number is Chantal Zarbaugh, 651-8913. Thank you to the community for everything you do about ocean safety awareness, water safety, and especially for our Kauai Lifeguard Association. We're going to have to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll be speaking with Jackie Nelson and with Josie Cortez. They, of course, are the co-coordinators of this year's Ultimate Sunday Brunch, the 30th annual, Taste of Hawaii at the Smith's Tropical Paradise, slated for this coming Sunday. Check this out. Walaau. Aloha.
Hi, my name is Sherry Kawachi. I am a sales representative at King Auto Center, where we have the best new and used cars on Kauai. Standing right next to this beautiful brand new Honda Pilot. Come see this and more at King Auto Center. Be sure to ask for me, Sherry Kawachi. Thank you.
Captain Andy's Sailing. Nobody has more fun. Captain Andy's, the ultimate sailing adventure.
Aloha, I'm Barbara Bennett, owner and publisher of the Islands Monthly Community Magazine for Kauai. Available at newsstands, mailed to you by request, or at the Honolulu and Lihue airports. I invite you to join our local residents and read our stories. All local, all community, all Kauai. Read For Kauai magazine on our website, forkauaionline.com, with more feature stories, videos, daily calendar, and local news that will excite and interest you. Visit us daily, weekly on the web, and monthly in print. Mahalo and aloha.
Welcome back, Hawaii. Let's head on over to the Smith's Tropical Paradise. That, of course, is going to be the Kapa'a Rotary's Ultimate Sunday Brunch, the 30th anniversary of the Taste of Hawaii. Here to tell us about the Ultimate Sunday Brunch are the 2 co-coordinators, Jackie Nelson and, of course, Josie Cortez, and they'll tell us about the who, what, when, where, and hows. Don't forget now, this coming Sunday, Smith's Tropical Paradise, 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. You won't want to miss it out. Here's Josie and Jackie.
Yes, it is, and we're really excited this year. It is our 30th anniversary. We're bringing in a lot of new different things as for this year. We weren't here last year because of the disasters in the state, and this year we're looking to make up for it.
Interestingly speaking, Josie, you talk about the disasters of the state, like a little over a year ago, we of course had the flooding, but this is the annual Taste of Hawaii. And as I can recall, the volcano started to go off, and hence many of the chefs and the talented people from the neighbor islands, especially the Big Island, obviously could not be here. Consequently, it was the right decision to cancel this event last year.
Dickie. It was. Not only could they not be here, but as Rotarians, service above self, right? You know that. We were called upon to help with the disaster and to donate and to set up tents and to donate food and manpower. And we thought, we can't do that and have this event. So I think it was the right decision to make, and I think this year everyone's going to be stoked to come for the 30th anniversary.
Well,
so far, the chefs are very excited.
You know, interestingly speaking, aren't you the chef and entertainment coordinator, Jackie Nelson?
I'm the chef and beverage coordinator, and I have been for, 12 years, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, and I don't even think that nobody knows about this event. I think everybody knows about the event. It is the ultimate Sunday brunch. But paint your picture in your words, Jackie Nelson. What can one expect on June 2nd, Sunday, at the ultimate Sunday brunch here at Smith's Tropical Paradise?
First Sunday in June. You're going to want to get here early because there is going to be a line to get in. You're going to park over at Vidina Stadium and be whisked over here to beautiful Smith's Tropical Paradise in air-conditioned comfort. And we'll have music playing in the parking lot for you. We'll have water. It's going to be hot. And then you get to be the first one in so that you're there for the blessing, which is a very special part of the event, especially this year since it's our 30th annual. And also, you're the first one in the park. And when you enter the park, there's going to be music on 4 different stages. You're going to smell tons of food. There's going to be beer, wine. It's sensory overload when you walk into Smith's for Taste of Hawaii. And just work your way methodically around. Maybe start at the pavilion, head across the bridge to Japanese Island, get some food, get a little bit to drink, do some dancing. Head back to the back row, which is the statue area. More food, more beverages, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, I will say. More dancing. There's another stage back there with live entertainment continuously throughout the whole 4-hour event. Then start walking back towards the pavilion, but go through the garden area. More food, more beverages, more dancing, and then enter on the what we call Lagoon Way. That can be your last stop, and then that'll probably take you about 2 hours, but now you know everything that's in the event. So you can go either backwards and get some seconds on some things, or you can go the same way you went. There'll be more music playing, different bands, because every stage has 3 bands playing. And I don't know, maybe take a nap under a tree, fill out the preferences, because the chefs love it when you vote on their food, and the beverage providers love it when you vote. It's kind of a friendly competition that they have. And yeah, bring it all home. Take your bus back to your car and say this was the best day ever.
And if you just joined us, of course, I'm here with Jackie Nelson and with our coordinator, Josie Cortez. We are talking about the Ultimate Sunday Brunch. Give us the date and the times and perhaps the recommended attire.
Okay. The event will be taking place on Sunday, June 2nd. It's from 11:30 to 3:30. Buses will start running from Vidina Stadium at 10 o'clock in the morning, and they'll run until 5 p.m. It is the ultimate Sunday brunch here at the beautiful Gardens at Smith's. Aloha attire is recommended. Yeah, we also will be doing a best dress a contest. So dress up, wear your hats. Remember, you need to have your sunscreen, have a hat. We will actually be selling Taste of Hawaii souvenir fans that you can use to cool yourself off, or use it as a visor by holding it over your head. So just as a reminder, if you plan to consume alcohol, which we're going to have plenty of wine and beer, please ensure that you have your identification with you, because you will be carded. If you do not have proof of identification, you will not be allowed to consume alcohol. So please ensure that you have it on you when you board the bus.
You know, and I just want to mention there's several things. This is all about safety. This is not about partying. This is not a drunk fest. There's a lot of water. There's a lot of shade. There's a lot of exercise for those that want to go walk around. But this is the classy ultimate Sunday brunch, and everybody is pretty much at their best behavior from years and years of learning this particular event, which happens to be the 30th anniversary.
It is, absolutely. And the fun thing about this event is you actually get to interact with the chefs. They're cooking right there in front of you and for you. They're serving the food for you. Normally you go to a restaurant, you don't know you don't interact with the chefs. They're back there making the food and you're sitting at your table. And that's one of the things that makes this event so special and one of the things that the participants like about it so much. Years ago, Guy Higa from the Kauai Marriott, who I think has done Taste of Hawaii since the very first year, he was asked, what's your favorite thing about Taste of Hawaii? And he said, cooking with all of my friends. So they're having fun, they're dressed up, you dress up, and make it the ultimate Sunday brunch.
You know, Jackie, that's a very great point, because I think the chefs want to be a part of the committee. They want to be a part of the fundraising, what the Rotarians do, service above self. But I think more importantly, the chefs want to see their pals from the Big Island, from Maui, from Molokai, from Oahu. And after that, there's obviously probably invitation-only chef's party.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. I've never been invited, but I'm sure they have a great time.
Well, the key is not to be invited. The key is to politely crash the party. You know, interestingly speaking, Jackie Nelson, and we want to encourage the people because, you know, in the old days, there were different places to park in and around the area. But we want to let the viewing audience know the best way to get in and out is in an air-conditioned motor coach shuttle to get here, because there is literally no parking within the Greater Smith's Tropical Paradise, and it's I don't want to say heavily enforced, but you know what? Outside of the chefs and the people that have product, the best thing to do is literally catch the shuttle.
That's true, Dickie. So there's only enough parking here at Smith's for the chefs, the beverage providers, and some of the volunteers, not even all of the volunteers. So if you try to drive in, you can drive in and drop someone off, but you won't be able to actually park here for the event. You've got to go to Vidina Stadium, park there. We've actually got entertainment in the parking lot at Vidina.
Yes, we do.
So you're having fun the minute you get to the parking lot. And yeah, the buses are running constantly. They're air conditioned. You'll get here. That's the best way to do it, for sure. For me, Taste of Hawaii is like Christmas. I look forward to it all year long. I plan for it all year long. I can't sleep the night before. And my favorite thing is, because I'm here at the side gate in the morning, 5 a.m., I'm checking in the chefs and stuff. I don't get into the event until it's already been going on for about an hour. So that's my favorite thing, is walking in there and seeing everyone having so much fun for their donation money. I look around, I see all my friends, they're dressed up in aloha wear, they're dancing, they're high-fiving me when I come in, they're like, great event, yay, Rotary Club of Kapa'a, and that's my favorite thing. This year, all of the tickets are available online. So typically people do call me wanting tickets, and I do drive all over the island selling people tickets, but they are on eventbrite.com right now. Or there's a link from our website, tasteofhawaii.net, but all ticket sales are online now.
And we want to remind everybody, Jackie and Josie, aloha attire, sunscreen, hydrate yourself throughout the course of the day, because there is hydration all over the place. And you mentioned a little bit earlier about you seeing your friends, you're shaking their hands, you guys are hugging, because there's rock and roll, there's Hawaiian, there's jazz. I mean, the cool thing about it is you can peruse throughout the gardens, and it's spectacular looking at the Sleeping Giant, Wailua River, looking at friends and people you haven't seen for the first time in this year. Would be 2 years, because most of the people see each other only at this event. That's pretty much of a true statement.
And you know, in addition to that, one of the most rewarding things of this event is once it's done, and we're out here in the front as people are leaving, and hearing from the folks how much they enjoyed it, what a great event it was. They give us a thumbs up, they tell us way to go, and that part says we did it right.
Thank you, ladies. And just as a reminder, we have public transportation. You can park at the Anton Kona Vadino Stadium. We're going to have entertainment there at the stadium. The shuttles will run from 10:30 a.m. nonstop, and it'll go back and forth to Smith's Tropical Paradise. All you can eat tastings, and of course, there's going to be hydration, there's going to be wine, there's going to be beers. We just want to make sure that we dress comfortably, wear your sunscreen, wear your best hat, dress up, have a great, great time. That's the ultimate Sunday brunch. Log on to the Taste of Hawaii. Tickets are only available via the internet. So you do have to get your tickets and register on the internet, and we'll see you there at the Smith's Tropical Paradise this coming Sunday, the ultimate Sunday brunch, the 30th anniversary. We'll see you there, Smith's Tropical Paradise, Sunday, June 2nd from 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Don't go away, gang. Walaau will be right back, and when we come back, we'll talk to you about our Wilcox Health Annual Kids Summer Fest there at the Grand Ballroom of our Kauai Marriott Resort and Beach Club. Don't go away. Amy Corliss and Gracie Galiza will be right back.
Aloha, my name is Crystal Yap here at King Auto Center. I am the Internet Sales Coordinator. If you don't have time to come into the dealership, please feel free to inquire online. I am able to answer any emails, send over quotes, get you basically approved and ready to go, so that way by the time you get into our dealership, you just test drive and sign some paperwork. Once again, my name is Crystal Yap and I'm looking forward to serving you here at King Auto Center. Please visit us at www.kingautocenter.com.
Feel the beauty of this sign up, down from the beaches to the highest mountain. Different people living as one, in harmony under the sun on the island, in the middle of the sea. On the
Pulakea Golf Course. Call for your tee times today.
Na meleo kaina.
Aloha, my name is Joyce Vidina and I'm the chair of the Events and Activities Committee for the Kauai Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to 2019. We have a full year ready for you. We have our tasks on that committee is to fill our chamber calendar. We are committed to presenting 10 business after hours, 4 quarterly dinners, several lunches here and there, and seminars. We are fortunate that this year our calendar is almost full with 2 more slots at the end of the year. We welcome you to join us at our business after hours or our quarterly dinners. And once again, my name is Joyce Vidina from the Events and Activities Committee with the Kauai Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
Welcome back, Kauai. Wilcox Health is doing their annual Kids Summer Fest. The Kids Summer Fest is an opportunity for the parents who are working but really can't get an appointment to take their kids to look at the well-being of their health. Well, guess what? This coming Saturday, Wilcox Health presents the annual Kids Summer Fest. Now, you do have to register. You can call, of course, Wilcox Health, but you do need to register. Call the hospital. We got it posted right over here. We do have the Facebook and we do have the email information. But remember, it's going to be happening this coming Saturday, Grand Ballroom at the Kauai Marriott Resort and Beach Club. It's from 9:30 to 12:30. Here to recap last year's event, which you can expect to learn from this year, our dear friends, of course, our doctors, Amy Corliss and Gracie Galiza, pediatrician.
It has been amazing. There are so many kids who are having so much fun. The events have just been great. There are lines in there with people still waiting to get into all the wonderful things that we've set up for them, and everybody's having a great time.
Now, Dr. Corliss, let me ask you this question. I can't even think of the word, and I always overemphasize insane. But is this not like packed or what?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's the biggest I've seen yet. I've heard there's like 1,600 people in there. Just really an amazing turnout today. What a great way to kick off summer.
You know, and the interesting thing about it is we are here at the largest grand ballroom in all of the outer islands.
Yes.
But so much stuff is happening on the outside of the ballroom, and you also have breakout rooms doing other things. Describe to the viewing audience, I mean, what is this thing? I mean, like what are the components?
Yeah, it's all about healthy lifestyle, exercise, diet, starting from the beginning with our kids, which also then trickles over to their parents and their grandparents when they go home, about how to be healthy, how to stay well, how really to start from childhood at being a very healthy person.
You know, what I say in layman's term, there's so many of us, and I'm going to use it for myself, not to be disrespectful for my own parents, but in the old days, a lot of people didn't know about nutrition or health or exercise or fitness. Is that a good way to describe what you guys are doing today?
Exactly. There's a whole new world of science, literature out there talking about how we should be eating, how we should be exercising, really how we should be raising our kids to be healthy adults from when they're born.
You know, and
that's exactly what we're doing here
today.
And
excuse me for interrupting, Dr. Corliss, but you know, what I would like to say is how incredible is Kauai? Because it's not easy to get an appointment. It's not easy to fulfill an appointment. Everybody's in a rush.
Yes.
Sometimes family and health is on the back burner just because we all have to survive. But to be able to essentially get any kind of information as far as health is concerned under one roof in one day without an appointment, perhaps that's what the success of the Kids Fest is all about.
Yeah, and there are so many things here for kids. I mean, the parents are taking their kids to their sports physicals. Again, that's one less appointment they have to make at this point. They're getting their education about diet, exercise, and just how to stay healthy in the sun. Everything is here, like you said, under this one roof. And the kids, you can tell, I mean, they're having just a great time. You can hear all the buzz around us.
Well, not only hear the buzz around us, but everybody's kind of hanging around because, in my opinion, wealth is one thing, health is greater than wealth. It doesn't matter what you have, it matters about how healthy you are.
Absolutely.
And with that being said, I just want to say it's just incredible because if there is any detection of somebody lacking bone strength or health of one or another, it's officially diagnosed, hence there's at least a follow-up. But it's better to know what you sometimes don't want to know, but at least you know.
Yeah, that's why you develop a long-standing, lifelong relationship with your physicians, right, and your other healthcare providers, because it's always better to find something early and treat it early than let it get out of control. And again, that's what this whole thing is about. Let's prevent disease before it ever starts in the first place. I'd also like to point out it's the 80th anniversary of Wilcox Medical Center, and in honor of that, we're giving away 80 bikes to kids today so that they can go out and be active and healthy and have fun in their communities and in a safe way with their bike helmets and learning how to ride their bikes here.
And thank you for mentioning the bike helmets, because as little do we think the helmet is important. No matter if you're in a scooter, a skateboard, a bike, no matter what you're doing, throw that helmet on, because the littlest damage or hurt on a head can be not just detrimental but long-term.
Oh yeah, it can cause long-term problems with thinking and cognition, even the ability to function, or it can be deadly if you hit your head hard enough. And every child here today can leave with a bike helmet or a helmet for skateboarding, those kind of things.
And Dr. Corliss, kids are kids, obviously, but what are the most common, I mean, kids fall off the tree, they fall off the bike, they play sports, they twist their ankle. What are the most common things that who knows, bee stings? I mean, what update us with what's the deal these days?
Yeah, it's traumatic injury. I mean, kids in general are very resilient. They bounce back. They don't get hurt easily, except when they fall off of something or crash a bike into something. So it's broken bones, head injuries, unfortunately, those kind of things. In a normal, healthy kid, it's all trauma, car accidents, those kind of things.
But interesting, Dr. Corliss, sometimes kids can take some big cracks, but maybe it's interpreted that if they don't bleed, nothing's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's very important if you think your child has been injured to bring them in to see a healthcare provider just to get everything checked out. It's always a good idea. 9 times out of 10, nothing's wrong, but a good checkout is a good idea.
Thank you, Dr. Corliss. And of course, we were able to catch up with Dr. Corliss at the event. Everybody was so busy, including the co-chair of the event, Gracie Galiza, so we had an opportunity to catch up with her soon after the event to get her impressions, and we asked her what did she think about this year's Kids Successful Summerfest.
It really was. It was such a special day, such an exciting day for all of us. Last year we had about over 1,000 people come, and this year we had over 1,600 people come. So keiki and their parents, grandparents, everyone.
You know, one of the things that you had made mention in our last interview, you said you loved the Marriott, no offense to Smith's or anywhere else, but the event really grew. But one of the things that you had made mention was that it's air conditioned in the ballroom, you know, the largest ballroom outside of Waikiki. Yeah. But that played a big role because when you walked into the event, there were not just a whole bunch of people outside, but a whole bunch of people inside.
I agree. I feel it plays a huge role in how comfortable and how happy everyone is. Everyone's so patient. So we basically have all the inside lined up with different booths, different activities, and then the families, once they're all done, they come together and, you know, we wait for the big anticipated bike giveaway. So it really helped that the place is AC.
Well, in conjunction with Wilcox Health, we're coming up this coming November in our 80th anniversary, and it was pretty cool that in conjunction, pre-80th anniversary, 80 children won 80 bikes.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting, and I love that we did that. Last year we gave away about 60 bikes, but we decided as a hospital that since it's our 80th anniversary, to commemorate that, we're going to give away 80 bikes. So,
of course, we've had several Summerfests, but I do believe that the people of Kauai, the parents, the grandparents, the kupuna, everybody cares about the child or the children, because we also made mention sometimes it's so difficult to make an appointment or to get an appointment, but everything was pretty much taken all under one roof at one given couple, 3, 4, 5 hours.
That's so true. So one big part of the event is doing sports physicals. So we have doctors and mid-level providers, nurse practitioners. They volunteer their time and do full sports physicals for our kids. And that's a big time constraint, having to leave work to bring their kid over to get a physical or having to take their kid out of school. So the fact that they could come under one roof, get their physical done, be cleared for sports, be cleared for school was such a big advantage to them this year.
Well, my understanding is that there were a tad over 100 sports physicals, but in your eyes, it's pretty cool because you want to see the children active, both physically as well as mentally. Both works hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so physically, just making sure that they're okay, that we screen for things like asthma or screen for things like they're, prone to diabetes, especially in family history, that they're safe to play sports. So that was our number one concern, to make sure that they're healthy enough for sports to prevent injury. And then in terms of mental benefits, we really reiterate, encourage exercise. So, with exercise, focus on the physical, but it's a lot of mental benefits with exercise.
And what's really cool, in my opinion, is when the parents come to an event as such, a free event, mind you, I think it only makes people that much more conscientious about the fact that people should have regular checkups with their pediatrician and or their regular family doctors just to make sure everything is in tune.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it kind of, we want to, we all want to take good care of our health, but sometimes we don't have the time, and time escapes us and we forget to go to our annual physical. So I think it was just a good reminder, not only for the kids, but for the, family, the kapuna, the parents, to take care of their own health too, to even, change some things that are going on at home. If they're bringing in too much junk food or eating fast food or not buying healthy things at the grocery store, to really rethink what they're eating, what they're feeding their kids.
And doctor, you said something very interesting. You said we don't have any time. In many cases, that's a true story. But as you were growing up, oh so very short while ago, it's totally different from now with whatever Game Boys or televisions or computers and all this other stuff, that it's almost not an excuse, because people technically have the time. If they can play games at home, they can also take a walk, jump on their bike, jump in the water, run, what have you. Participate.
I agree. So I think it's a matter of priority. Even in my life too, we work so much, but we definitely need to put our health as a priority. So I grew up in a different time too. I think my first cell phone wasn't until I was in college, as a flip phone. Now I have 6-year-olds with their own iPhone, and they can get lost and addicted to that stuff. Just a lot of, screen time. But if they make their health a priority, get outside, then I think they can make it happen.
So that's also a reminder for many that do the social media that, hey, just like kids, we got to get out there and get some exercise.
Yeah, I would say my biggest thing is limit. So have limits. Not that you cannot, have social media or you can't play video games, but I always recommend for kids, 2 hours or less every single day, and parents need to be the ones that regulate that. And then parents, always set a good example for them too. Put your phone down when you're eating. Put your phone, have just designated screen time, but for the majority of the day, spend time with your kids, and then also remind them, and maybe for every 30 minutes they're on their screen, they have to go outside and do something, and then they'll get lost in being outside, enjoying outdoors, enjoying the sun.
What are your requirements as far as letting the parents know or the children know how much water should they be drinking a day?
So I guess the rule of thumb is 8 cups of water a day. So a cup is about 8 ounces, or you want to drink half of your water, or half of your weight in ounces of water. So, plenty people have hydro flasks. That's a big thing in Hawaii, and plenty people have multiple hydro flasks. So what I do is I always keep it on me, even when I'm busy, seeing patients, and take big sips throughout the day. So don't forget. So water, at risk for dehydration, especially with the sun, especially if they're running out, outside and going to the beach. And then I would say stay away from the sugary drinks, stay away from juice and soda. even Gatorade, unless you're like really working out hardcore. Water is the best thing to stay hydrated.
Do you find that kids drink energy drinks like 5 Hour Energy or Monster? I mean, do kids drink energy drinks?
Yeah, I see a lot of kids drinking energy drinks, and that's not good for them at all. And it's not good for anyone in particular. It can cause a lot of like heart arrhythmias. There's a lot of unnecessary sugar in there. I feel, in terms of energy, kids need to sleep. Get good amount of sleep, go to bed early, wake up in time, to go to school. But you always want to, even during the summertime, like be on a good schedule. So when it comes to school days, you don't have a hard time getting your kid up to go to school.
Interesting point. With summer being around the corner and kids are out of school, they play soccer or baseball, or they go to the beach, or they go fishing or what have you, riding their bike. Any recommendations in terms of, sunscreen, or how do we protect our skin?
Yeah, so I recommend staying away from the sun and trying not to go out when the sun's really intense. I know that's really hard for people, but the sun intensity is the highest from like 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I know that's really tough. But when you get to the beach, I would say shade is really important. So like having those pop-up tents. Sunscreen, I'd say at least an SPF of 50. Slather that on and reapply every 2 hours. And so those are the big things.
That goes a long way, because in the old days, I don't think people knew about sunscreen. And if it was a 2 or 4, everybody wanted to get more papa'a. But the 2s and the 4s or the 10s or the 20s is pretty obsolete now. You gotta really douse it down. Because we learn a lot about the harmful rays of the sun.
And the biggest thing is preventing skin cancer, right? Especially in Hawaii, it's so common here, skin cancer, and we don't think about it. And it's something that we can prevent by wearing sunscreen. And so sunscreen, extremely important. Even though you can get papa'a and, no problem, go surf or whatnot. It also accelerates aging. The sun can accelerate aging. I don't think kids think about that, but something to consider.
But certainly, I'm sure that many of the kids, obviously the parents and the grandparents, in our days, nobody was educated about sunscreen and the harmful sun. So better yet that we know, so we can pass that on down. If you just joined us, I'm here with pediatrician Dr. Galiza. We're here with Wilcox Health. And of course, we're just recapping this wonderful Kids Summer Fest that we recently had at the Grand Ballroom. You had made mention earlier to the viewing audience that last year we had a little over 1,000 people there in the ballroom. This year, over 60%, went a little over 1,600 and what have you. What do you think contributes to the fact that people are really caring about, the welfare of their kids?
Probably, many different factors. I think just an awareness, maybe from parents themselves. Perhaps they had some kind of health scare, or they had a relative who passed away from diabetes or heart attack or stroke. Some things that can be prevented, and maybe they want to be like, what, we need to take care of our own health. I need to take care of my kids' health so they can have healthy habits from the beginning. So I think that's a big factor. And then, spending time with the ohana is also part of, being from Kauai. And so everyone showed up. There weren't a lot of conflicting events this year, so which really helps. And everyone wanted to be part of the fun.
Beautiful. And I sincerely want to say the word of mouth or the coconut wireless is very big here. But from the years of the past, I think a lot of the parents, the children, this community realizes that when you got a free clinic that you're putting on for the quote-unquote Kids Summer Fest, I think people talk about that and said it's a must. I mean, we have to take several hours to get in there, get our children screened, talk to the people that are available to chat with. If anything's detected, they can immediately follow up. But you want to say, as the co-chair, you want to say your aloha out to your fellow members of the health world and everybody that volunteered to make it a very, very successful, a very, very happy day for all of Kauai.
Yeah, so mahalo to everyone who volunteered their time this year. Thank you for contributing to the lives of our kids and to the health of our kids and our keiki. Wilcox Health, thank you so much for the opportunity, and Hawaii Pacific Health for helping us plan the big event, and all of our community volunteers, our sponsors, the fire department, the police department, everyone that made this a huge success. So thank you.
Healthier, is quality care close to home. Healthier is state-of-the-art facilities and the largest and best team of doctors on Kauai. It's specialty care and caring in a special way. Healthier is Kauai's only comprehensive bone and joint center with expertise in joint replacement, hands, feet, ankles, and sports medicine. Wilcox Health, creating a healthier Hawaii.
Hi, I'm Shannon Iona and welcome to King Auto Center, your premier auto center on the island of Kauai. We are the Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Honda dealership on the island. We have many vehicles to choose from, some 2018s, some 2019s. I myself drive a Dodge Ram. I like the ride, I like its power, 4x4 capabilities, everything that you would need in a truck. Once again, I'm Shannon Iona. Come see me here at King Auto Center. We're your lifetime friends.
Hi, I'm Jay Robertson, Chairman of the Membership and Public Relations Committee for the Kauai Chamber of Commerce. Our committee is responsible for, one, services that are provided to the members and encouraging them to continue their membership. Of course, as any chamber grows and gains its membership, it becomes more effective and more influential. Part of the reason you should be a member for the Kauai Chamber is the advocacy that we do on your behalf at the state legislature as well as our county government for action that may impact your business. The other thing is you have a variety of opportunities to network and to socialize with other business members, and we offer some great opportunities to learn. There's some wonderful educating workshops that you can take part in for everything from human resources to legal developments to what may be coming up in the future in taxes or human relations issues. So with that, you can learn an awful lot about making your business better. I think one of the primary things you should consider in joining the chamber is that you become a critical part of the fabric of the economy of the island. You actually add something to the whole structure of our economy, and you help to make that better. Of course, being a chamber member has a lot of benefits to it, and you will certainly find out about those as you join us. We have a variety of committees. We encourage you to be a part of that, but we more importantly really want you to associate with each of the members, build your associations, network, find out how you can improve your business and be much more successful at what you do. All of that is part of being a member of the Kauai Chamber of Commerce. I'm Jay Robertson, Chairman of the Membership and Public Relations Committee for your Kauai Chamber of Commerce.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Walaau. As always, we'd like to sincerely thank each and every one of you for watching Walaau and making us a part of your weekend and week out festivities here in our beautiful Garden Island Aquarium. Remember, if you can help to kokua the sponsors, obviously it is our sponsors that make Walaau possible week in and week out. And also do remind everybody, first and foremost, June 1st, Saturday morning from 9:30 to 12:30, we have our Wilcox Kids Summer Fest. You do need to sign up. Look at the information below. You do need to sign up your child and your family, but we'll see you there at the Grand Ballroom of our Kauai Marriott Resort and Beach Club. Wilcox presents the annual Kids Summer Fest. That afternoon, right at Kalapaki, we have our annual Beach Bash. Now, I shouldn't say an annual Beach Bash, but it's the Beach Bash there at Kalapaki Beach. That, of course, is a fundraiser for our Kauai Lifeguard Association. We are and we have been sold out. However, if in case anything opens up, do me a favor and call our coordinator and our marketing specialist, Chantal. She can be reached at 651-8913. For those of you folks that are not from Hawaii, area code 808-651-8913. And of course, on Sunday, the Grand Doozy Ultimate Sunday Brunch, the 30th annual. Just be there. You want to be there for the 30th annual Taste of Hawaii there at the Smith's Tropical Paradise, presented by our Kapa'a Rotarians. You can get your tickets, log on to the Taste of Hawaii, and we'll see you there from 11:30 to 3:30, Smith's Tropical Paradise. Please keep in mind, free air-conditioned transportation departs from the Vedina Stadium to and from the Smith's Tropical Paradise, so we'll see you all there. It is time for us to heli on. As always, let's all continue to take care of our families, our friends, the neighbors, the Malahini and Diana, and we'll check you out next week. Only stay safe, Kauai. Happy summer. On Walaau. On Walaau.